And the question number 4 is given in the following set. We have to state whether A or A is equal to B or not. हमको इसको बताना है कि दोनों सेट इक्वल है या नहीं है. First, here A contains ABCD, whereas B also contains the ABCD, and their elements are same. Therefore, A and B are equal set. Why equal set? Because both contain same element. Second, 2, 4, 2, 8 in the second set A contain 4, 8, 12, 16. It contains 4, 8, 16, but the one element is different because of that they are called unequal set. In the third, A is 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10, and here B is also X is such that X is a positive even integer. The first case is positive, okay, and even. So positive even integer will be 2, 4, 6. The condition is that X must be equal to 10, not greater than 10. 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. It means the roster form of set B will be 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. Therefore, this and this both have the same elements. Therefore, the third case will be represented as equal. Okay. In the next, for X is such that X is a multiple of 10, means it is representing 10, 20, 30, 40 and so on. And whereas the set contains 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Why the first set is contained 10, 20? Because it is the multiple of 10. It means the table of 10. So therefore we can say that it means the 10. Therefore both the elements, there for example 15 is included in B, whereas 14 is not included in the A. Therefore they are called unequal sets. Okay. It is the question number 4. Now the question number 5 is. Now it is the question number 5. In the question number 5, are the following pair of the sets are equal? Give the reason. क्या ये दोनों pair equal है? आपका रिजल्ट है. Solution. First का solution हम देख रहे हैं. A contains the 2, 3, whereas the B is an equation. Solution of the given equation. We know that if we solve the quadratic equation, then first factorize it. It is 2 plus 3. So 5 into 6 x square, that is equal to 0. We will get the factor x plus 2 here, and 3 will be common, and x plus 2 again. The common factor will be x plus 2, and x plus 3 is equal to 0. X plus 2 equal to 0. Where x we get x equal to minus 2. In the other, x plus 3 is equal to 0. Then x is equal to minus 3. The set B contains the two values, that is equal to minus 2 and minus 3. Since from the above set we can clearly both the set contain the different elements, we can write here both contain different elements. Therefore both are called क्या कह सकते हैं उनको? हम कह सकते हैं both are called unequal set. Now the next question is question number 2. Its solution. A is set such that it contains a letter of the word follow. So by the help of roster form, we will write element H, O, L, W. Why? Because the repeating letter cannot be come out to twice in the set, whereas the roster form of B is such that all the letters are different W, O, L and F. It means W is come in both the sides, same O and F and L. Therefore the elements are same in both the sides. Therefore we can say that both the sides are called equal set. I think these 5 questions are finished and the remaining 1 question 6 is very easy, and I am giving you this question in the homework. Please check the book and solve this question. If there will be any difficulty, then ask me, then we will do this problem. We will sort out this problem. Now, after Excel, the given Excel 1.2 is finished now, we will come to the next exercise. Before coming to the next exercise, we will go to some definitions, which is very important. The definition or the different types of set, that is called subset, or the types of subset we will read here. Now, in the next topic of after finite or equal set, the topic is subset. So first we will discuss what is a subset. A set A is said to be a subset of set B if every element of A is an element of B. हम A को सबसेट कह सकते हैं तब जब A का हर एक एलिमेंट इसका एलिमेंट हो, B का भी एलिमेंट हो. एक एग्जांपल के तौर पर कह सकता हूँ 1, 2 और 3 ये एक एलिमेंट है, जबकि B is another set है 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. तो यहाँ पे B की हम बात करते हैं तो सबसे पहले बात होती है कि A के सारे एलिमेंट्स जो हैं वो B में चले जाते हैं, B के भी होने चाहिए. ठीक है, सपोज कि 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 नहीं है और B के अंदर 1, 2, 3 है, A के सारे एलिमेंट कहाँ चले गए B में, तो A जो हो गया वो किसका हो गया, B का सबसेट हो गया. ठीक है, अगर इसके अंदर और भी 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 और भी है तो भी A जो है वो किसका सबसेट हो गया, B का सबसेट हो गया. ठीक है, क्यों हो गया, क्योंकि A के हर एक एलिमेंट कहाँ गया वो सेट नहीं हो गया, तो ये हो गया सबसेट. आगे बढ़ते हैं सिंबल ऑफ सबसेट. आपको समझ में आ गया इट इज सिंबल ऑफ सबसेट. इन अदर वर्ड्स A is a subset of B. A will be subset of B whenever A belongs to A. For all the A, जितने भी एलिमेंट A में है सबके सब क्या होना चाहिए, एलिमेंट ऑफ B भी होना चाहिए. और A is a subset of B if A belongs to A, then this implies that A will be also element of B. But if every element of B is also element of A, but अगर केस उल्टा हो जाए कि मान लो कि B के हर एक एलिमेंट कहाँ मिलते हैं, A में मिलते हैं, तो B को हम क्या कह सकते हैं, B को हम कह सकते हैं B इज आल्सो सबसेट ऑफ. मतलब अगर A का हर एक एलिमेंट B का भी एलिमेंट हो और B का हर एक एलिमेंट किसका एलिमेंट हो जाए, A का, तो A इज अ सबसेट ऑफ B and B is a subset of A. In that case, that is only possible when both the sets are equal, because it is a condition that if the elements are same in both the sets. So I already written here if A is a subset of B and B is a subset of A means both contain the same elements, then they will be if and only if. This is the abbreviation for the given statement. It means that if and only if, यदि और केवल यदि. But in the abbreviation we write this symbol and read as if only and only A is equal to B. मतलब ये कंडीशन तभी पॉसिबल है जब हम दोनों सेट इसका इक्वल हो. एवरी सेट इज अ सबसेट ऑफ इटसेल्फ. तो हर एक सेट जो होता है अपना सेल्फ का जो होता है सबसेट भी होता है. इन दैट केस A and B are equal. So if I want to write B as A, then here I can write A is subset of A. It means that A is subset of itself. And 5 is contain no element. We know that this is called empty set, and empty set we consider the empty set is a subset of every set because it has no element. So therefore the empty set is a subset of any set. It means that if we want any element, there is no element in the set, then it will be the empty set. Therefore, empty set will be subset of each set. That is very simple topic to understand that what is subset. If A is a subset of another set B, then we are sure that each and every element of A will be the element of B. Okay. Now, if both the sets are subset of each other, it is only possible when both the sets are equal to each other. Now, we will talk about some we will talk about the number systems, and we will find the relation between their sets and subsets. So, we will discuss on the number system. Now, we are going to read the topic subset of a set of real numbers. Real numbers का जो सेट है, रियल नंबर्स के सेट के अंदर से हमको कितने सबसेट मिलते हैं, जो हम यहाँ पर बात कर रहे हैं, उनकी रिलेशन की बात कर रहे हैं. First of all, I will talk that natural numbers start from 1 to 3, and all the natural numbers and its whole number which start from 0, 1, 2, 4 and so on. Because every natural number is also a whole number, so by the definition of subset we can write here natural number is a subset of whole number. So each and every natural number is also whole number. Each and every whole number is integer also, therefore whole number is a subset of integers. And by the above definition we know that Q is a rational number. Q is a rational number which can be represented in the form of PQ, where P all the numbers which is required in the rational number taken from the Z. Therefore all the integers are used to make the rational number. Therefore all the integers are rational number also. And since we know that what is real number, real number contain rational and irrational. So those numbers which are not rational, that is called irrational. It means that this rational number is a subset of this rational number is found in the set of real number, then each and every rational number is a subset of real numbers. Whereas E is the set of irrational number, Q is the rational, where E is irrational, Z is integer, natural number and whole numbers, and here we will discuss that each and every rational number is a subset of real number, where the irrational are those numbers which are not rational. It means those numbers which are not rational, which are not integer, those are not integer, which are not whole numbers, those are not numbers which are not natural number. It means that those numbers are not rational number, which cannot be any one of these. Now, but the irrational number is another number other than rational, but in the real numbers, irrational is also included. Therefore, those numbers, the set of all the irrational numbers is also the subset. The set of all the irrational is also set of the real. Is also the subset of real. So, by the above conclusion, we can say that natural is a subset of whole is a subset of integers, integer is a subset of rational number, and rational is a subset of real, whereas the irrational is also the subset of real numbers, because all the irrational number is also the member of real numbers. Now, after which we will discuss the interval as a subset of R. It means that if we discuss on some intervals which are represented as a subset of real numbers. Now it is a very important topic of this chapter. Interval as a subset of R. What is interval? We take two arbitrary values and say A is less than B. It means that I am talking about any two values we can take here such that there are so many values between the A and B. It means that suppose x1, x2, x3, x4, x5 and x6 and so on. There are so many values between A and B. Okay. If we take only those values lies between A and B. However it may be, if we take the group of only those values which lies between A and B and represented as small bracket of A comma B is called open interval. इसको हम open interval बोलते हैं. But these values are taken from the real line, that is number line. Therefore, this value is also subset of this value is also a subset. This value is also subset of real lines. And the set builder form of this given interval is represented as x such that x is greater than a, those values greater than but less than b. It means that according to the diagram, a and b is not included in that group, but all these values lies between a b is included, and it is called the open interval. What we can say that? What is the meaning? Open interval. It is closed interval. In the closed interval, we also take the A and B, and also the value lies between A and B. This is called the closed interval, represented by the square bracket, and it is simple. It is a set builder form, and it is a given line. Whereas the small bracket A, B, and closed, it is closed by the square bracket. Whereas the another form is called the semi-open interval, and in the semi-open interval only one value is included where we use the equal sign. This A is included but B is not, and also the value lies between A and B. Here in another case equal to sign is given here, and therefore in this case we use the we take the B, and also the value lies between A and B and excluded A. And these all the values are taken from the real lines, therefore from the real numbers. So these all the real numbers are also lying. These all the some real numbers taken from the real lines. Therefore each and every interval belongs to the set of real numbers. Therefore we have made the intervals as a subset of real numbers. Here I think it is clear that if we take the example such as, then I am very sure that you will be clearly understand from the above examples. First, if I want to write the set builder form from the given interval, that is 3 and 5, then I will write the set builder form. First I will identify which interval is this. This is open interval, and for open interval I write here x is such that x is greater than 3 and less than 5. Because in the open interval these values are not included. If in the second I want to talk that it is 3 and it is 5, then the set builder form is x is such that x is equal to or greater than 3 but less than 5, because this value is also included in that interval. In the third case, if I want 3 and 5, therefore the representation of the 3 and 5 is the set builder form is it is semi-open interval, and where the place from which the interval is closed, first we need to check which value is included in the right x is such that here first value the square bracket is given in the front of first value, therefore we can say that the first value is included in the semi-open interval. Therefore we can write here according to the intervals x is such that x is greater than, it is included because square bracket, those values in which square bracket is given in the front of them, there we have to place the equal to also. So x will be greater than or equal to 3 but less than 5. And in the last, if we talk about 3 and 5, first check which intervals from this belongs to, it is open interval and square bracket is given behind the 5, it means that in the last, so this value is included in the interval. Therefore set vector form is x is such that x is such that x is greater than 3, it is not included but less than or equal to. I think that it is clear now. After which we will come to the next topic, power set. Power set is also an important topic. Now the power set, a collection of all the subsets of a set A is called the power set and represented by P. Power set is that set. Power set is that set which collects all the subset of a given set. Means, for example, if there is a set A containing only 2 elements, okay, what is the possible? How many subset of this set is possible? First, 5 subset of one set. Okay. If we take the only one element in the given set, then it will be also subset of this set A. If we take another element only 2 in any set, then it is also subset. And if we take both the elements in any set, then it will also be subset. It means that any set is a subset of itself and 5 is a subset of any set. They are empty sets. Therefore, 1 and 2, if distinct elements are taken, then for the given set, these are the subset of the given set and this is also the subset of the given set. Now, if we collect all these subsets in a particular set, if we collect all these subsets in a particular set, then this subset is called the power set, and the number of the power set is represented by NPA, and its formula is 2 raised to the power n. What is n? N is the number of elements in the given set. It means the first set what is given, the total number of elements is equal to m. It means that here only the 2 elements, therefore 2 raised to the power 2 equal to 4. It means that in the power set, the 4 elements will be covered. We will also clear it by taking our example as, for example, if we change the example, then if there is a set which contains the 1, 2, 3, then what is total subsets? Is subsets are first 5, second 1, and third is 2, and 3, and 1, 2, and 2, 3, 2, 3, and 1, 3, and it is 1, 2, and 3. All these results are here. This is the required possible subsets. It means that it is also subset. So, how many elements in the given subset? 3. Therefore, we can conclude that the total number in the power set will be total number of subsets in the total numbers of elements in the power set will be NP is equal to 2 raised to the power n, or how many elements are there? 3 elements, therefore 2 raised to the power 2 therefore 8. It means the number of elements in the power set of the given set will be 8. So we calculate that it is possible to note PA is equal to how many elements? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Yes, it is clear that there are total number of the element for the power set is given here is 5, because what is power set? Collection of all subsets. Collection of all subsets. 5, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1 3 and it is in the last 1 2 3 and close. Therefore, by the above conclusion, we come to know that what is power set. Power set which collects all the possible subsets of any given set, and the number of elements in the power set will be determined by 2 raised to the power n, where n is the total number of elements in the given which is given in the set A. Okay, it is the power set. Now the next topic is universal set. What is universal set? If we talk about the universal set, universal set. What is universal set? Universal set is that set which represent the highest set. It means that if I take the example that this real number is the universal set for all the possible numbers, like the natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, rational numbers, and so on. The universal set for all the numbers universal set for all the numbers is real set of real numbers. It means that the universal set is the biggest set for the given sets and for all the subsets. It means that every set for each and every element belongs to, if any of the number system, then it will also belong to the real numbers. So therefore we will see that from the above examples, or by taking a few examples, we will consider, we will understand the universal set very clearly. In the next lecture, it's my request to all the students, please note it down, make your fair copy and learn it or solve these exercises from up to 2 to 3 times. That it will be very beneficial for you. Okay, thank you.